All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half of your Monday night program and the final race of week number 9 as we are off Wednesday. This is the limited late model portion of the night. We have 6 drivers registered for competition right now. At this time, though, I will ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of tonight's national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, the brave.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome back. It appears as though we have 6 drivers checked in for competition right now. As we go ahead and pull up your limited late model points, you will see that the 9 of Robbie Milburn is up top. Second is the 34 of Falcon Smith. Third is Bud Mullenix. Fourth, Brian Gunderson. Fifth, Matt Mateer. Sixth, Mark Spittlemeister. Seventh, Chris Forsyth. Eighth is Gavin Chatham. Ninth, Michael Lonis. And rounding out your top 10 in points is Andy Walker. As we go ahead and should only have about a minute and a half left of practice. It is up to race control to go ahead and advance here. Your 6 drivers that are registered for competition tonight is the 5 of Michael Lonis out of Ohio. Out of the Carolinas, it is the 34 of Falcon Smith. You got the Wisconsin driver, the 051 of Mark Spittlemeister. Another Wisconsin driver in the 80 of Brian Gunderson. And the 883 of Bud Mullenix. Those are your 6 drivers registered for competition. They have about 5 more minutes to get in here before we advance. Should be almost any second now getting ready to advance into qualifying for these 6 drivers. as that will end practice. On top of the leaderboard is the 5 of Michael Lonis. Second, Falcon Smith. Third, the 051 of Mark Spittlemeister. As we go ahead, get ready to start qualifying. See the 051 of Mark Spittlemeister coming out on track, along with the 80 of Brian Gunderson. The 9 of Robbie Milburn also pulling out onto the racing surface. As we watch Brian Gunderson come to take his green flag. Working the high side of 1 and 2. Almost goes over, able to save it, going down the back straightaway. Working through 3 and 4. Hold on to it. Gets her sideways, but gets her pointed back in the right direction. 19.835 for the 80 of Brian Gunderson. Mike Lonis on top of the leaderboard right now. See him, he lost it coming out of the turn. Mike Lonis up top with a 15.349. Robbie Milburn just 7 thousandths of a second back at a 15.357. Third is Bud Mullenix. He ran a 15.696. The 34 of Falcon Smith out here coming to get that green flag. Fourth is, and over goes the 34. As he comes back out onto the track. Fourth is the 051 of Mark Spittlemeister with a 15.807. And then rounding out the field is Brian Gunderson. Lap number 1 not going to be good for Falcon Smith. A 27.197. Works down the back straightaway through 3 and 4. Working that cushion through 3 and 4. Lap number 2 definitely going to be better. Move him to 5th quick with a 16.341. 16.341 as he pulls off the back straightaway again. So your qualifying order is the 5 of Michael Lonis out of Ohio. Out of the Virginias, it's the 9 of Robbie Milburn. The 883 of Bud Mullenix sits third. Wisconsin driver in the 051, Mark Spittlemeister, fourth. Out of the Carolinas, the 34 of Falcon Smith sits fifth. And rounding out the field in the 80, also out of Wisconsin, is Brian Gunderson. Those are your 6 drivers. We will not advance qualifying despite all 6 of them taking time. That is just to make sure that everybody has every minute they can to get in here. So about a minute and a half left to go in practice. Again, in qualifying. Once again, we are off Wednesday night. We will be back with TRL regular scheduled programming December 4th. Next Sunday night, make sure to check out the Thunder Racing League Facebook page. Not the group, the page, as we will go live at 7 p.m. Central for the Season 3B schedule drawing. Just 3 races left after tonight in each division. Again, if you have not already done so, make sure you like, comment, share, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the Thunder Racing League action live. As we roll down our last 10 seconds of qualifying here. Does not appear that we're going to get anybody else in, so we will have one heat race, 8 laps the distance, 6 cars. That will determine your starting order for the A main. As we get ready to line them up, starting on the inside of the front row, that will be the 5 of Michael Lonis to his outside, will be the 9 of Robbie Milburn. Inside row number 2 will be the 34 of Falcons. That doesn't seem right. Inside row number 2 will be the 34, or the 883 of Bud Mullenix. To his outside is the 051 of Mark Spittlemeister. On the third and final row to the inside, you will have the 34 of Falcon Smith with the 80 of Brian Gunderson rounding out the field. As we go back up towards the front, come down to get the 1 to green this time by. As there is the 1 to green signal. Caution lights around the racing surface go dark. Looks like a decent amount of grip getting into 1, getting slick coming out of 2. As Pace Truck pulls off, going down the back straightaway. Getting slick all the way through 3 and 4 up there on that high side. As the 5 of Michael Lonis says it's hammer time. Not able to really get away from the 9 of Milburn. Milburn running that high side through 1 and 2. The 5 trying to throw a slider. 9 crosses him over. They drag race down the back straightaway. They go door to door into turn number 3. The 5 up high, the 9 down low. It's 2 by 2 for your top 4 spots. The 5 of Michael Lonis able to hold on as we battle back here for this 3rd spot. Make that a 3-car battle for 3rd. The 051 of Spittlemeister working the high side. That you see the 883 of Bud Mullenix all the way down to the bottom. As it's the 051 and 34. The 051 almost up and over, has to back out of it. 34 has to check up to keep from getting into the back of him. As we go back up front, as this battle's still hot. The 5 of Michael Lonis still leading over the 9 of Robbie Milburn as they work out of turn number 4. Everybody working that high side. Pretty well pinned down up top. One little bobble up there and it could cost you big time. As the 34 of Falcon Smith is on the pit road, I'm guessing he ended up slipping off. The 9 of Milburn trying to make a run to the inside. 5 laps down. Make that 6 down, 2 to go for your leader. But the 9 of Milburn not giving up yet. Right there on the back bumper of the 5. They work through 3 and 4 one more time. White flag is in the air, just 1 lap around. Here comes the 9. He's going to throw a bomb on the bottom. Little bit of contact. They both keep going down the straightaway into turn number 3. They're going to be door to door coming off turn number 4, but the 5 has the run on the high side, taking away that heat win. 2nd will go to the 9 of Robbie Milburn. 3rd to the 051 of Mark Spittlemeister. 4th to Bud Mullenix. 5th to Brian Gunderson. And then unable to finish that heat race is the 34 of Falcon Smith. As we get ready to do the 3 wide Thunder thank you. As we get ready to pull them out here to do the 3 wide Thunder thank you tonight. Not seeing 80 of Brian Gunderson out there yet, but everybody else out there. As they work down the back straightaway. Ladies and gentlemen, here they come out of turn number 4. They're 3 wide to tell each and every one of you thank you for the support and views. It's the 3 wide Thunder thank you. All right, as we go ahead and turn them loose, we're going to go ahead and let them burn the track in, and I'm going to let you enjoy the sights and sounds of the car. All right. That just about does it for warm-up, and on top of the leaderboard is the 9 of Robbie Milburn. Second, Michael Lonis. Third, Bud Mullenix. Fourth, Mark Spittlemeister. And fifth, Falcon Smith. As we go ahead, get ready to line them up for the feature event. Starting on the inside of the front row, the driver out of Ohio driving the number 5. That is Michael Easy Money Lonis. Rolling off second out of the Virginias is the number 9 of Robbie Milburn. Your Wisconsin driver in the 051, that is Mark Spittlemeister. To his outside, the 883 of Bud Mullenix. Inside the fourth and final row, also out of Wisconsin, he's in the number 80. That is Brian Gunderson. And then out of the Carolinas, it is the 34 of Falcon Smith. As we get everybody caught up, they'll get the 1 to green this time by. To 25 laps, the distance, 6 cars. As caution lights do go down around the racing surface. Pace truck is off, and Easy Money says it's hammer time. Mike Easy Money Lonis with a good jump out of on that start. The 9 of Robbie Milburn. Back here having to fight off the 051 of Mark Spittlemeister. The 883 right there on the back bumper of Spittlemeister. As now it's two car battles. You got one for the lead, one for third. As the one for the lead is the closest with the 9 of Milburn all over the back bumper of Lonis. They work through 1 and 2, now down to back straightaway. The 9 not quite able to make anything happen yet. Has to just follow in the tire tracks of the 5. 5 getting way up high, possibly into the wall. If so, though, it did not slow him down. The 9 of Milburn still right there on his back bumper as they work through 1 and 3 and 4 one more time. Looks like Lonis able to start pulling a little bit of a gap, but not really able to get away. As there it looks like a little bit of the slip of the grip for the 5. Now, here comes Milburn. He's going to throw a slider. Not going to get up in front of the 5. The 5 gets the run back around the outside. They work the high side through 3 and 4. This all 3 seconds ahead of your third place driver as the 9 slips off the track. He gets back on. Loses a lot of ground, but doesn't lose any positions. As now Michael Lonis. A 3-second advantage. We go to the blimp. See, can't even see him on the blimp. So far back. But it is the 5 of Mike Lonis out front over the 9 of Robbie Milburn. Milburn sits second over your third place driver, the 051 of Mark Spittlemeister. Fourth is the 883 of Bud Mullenix. Fifth is the 34 of Falcon Smith. And then rounding out the field is the 80 of Brian Gunderson. As right now, not much happening on track. Everybody pretty well spread out after Milburn went up over the banking in turn 2. Looks like the 80 pulling it into the pits and parking it for the night. As Lonus, looks like Milburn might be closing in a little bit. We'll check the separation at the line. This time it was a 2.6 second gap between your leader and the second place driver. This time by 2.3, so gain almost 0.3 of a second as we reach halfway. Not sure if there's going to be enough time for Milburn to catch back up or not, as the gap stays the same that time. Milburn just under 1/10 of a second quicker though, as it is 10 laps to go for your leader, Michael Lonus. As Milburn and Lonus still another 1/10 of a second quicker. This time by, he gains about 0.2 of a second. But time is running out quick for your second place driver, the 9 of Robbie Milburn. Mark Spittelmeister still sitting set third. This is your second place driver, the 9 of Robbie Milburn. Third is the 051 of Mark Spittelmeister. Fourth is the 883 of Bud Mullenix. And in the last car on the racetrack is the 34 of Falcon Smith. He has the leader closing in quick, as now the 5 has dropped to the bottom side. The gap now less than a second, as Milburn still working that high side, trying to catch a handful to go. 5 laps. The 9 is pretty much caught back up. Falcon Smith pulling down out of the leader's way. They both worked the high side through 3 and 4. Milburn is there, 4 laps to go. They work the low side through 1 and 2. Looks like the 9 with a little bit of a better run off of turn number 2. They work the 9 all over the back bumper of the 5 as they come down for this lap number next. Now they work the back straightaway, bumper to bumper, getting into turn 3. They both work the high side through 3 and 4 one more time. Looks like Milburn a little bit quicker on that high side through 3 and 4 as he really closes in. The 5 with a slip of the grip there. Now here comes Milburn to the high side. Lonus throws the slide job. Milburn crossover. Throws the slider in 1 and 2. The 5 right there on the back bumper of the 9 now. But your leader coming to take the checkers is Milburn. Michael Lonus coming home second. Third will be the 051 of Mark Spittelmeister. Fourth, the 883 of Bud Mullenix, Falcon Smith, and Brian Gunderson out of tonight's events, as we let them get pulled around to victory lane. The 9 pulls it up onto victory lane. Now we wait for the 051 to park it. There he is. There are your top 3. The 9 with a last lap pass. The 5 just barely getting beat out at the line. Coming home second. And third is the 051 of Mark Spittelmeister. As we get ready we wait for them to jump up into the waiting room. as we got 2 out of the 3. As there is your winner, the 9 of Robbie Milburn. Got a copy, Robbie? Towards the first quarter or so of the race, you ended up getting going over, able to catch back up and make a last lap pass. Walk us through that. And did you think your night was over when you went over?
Front of the car whenever I'm like, oh no, because my plan was just to run behind Lonis unless he made a mistake and then try to get by. But yeah, I figured once I went off, I figured I'd really have to push to try to catch him or just kind of ride around. And I chose to push. I'm like, I'm just gonna go for it because I mean, as far as points goes, decent night anyway. So I'm just gonna go for it and try to get the win. And tried a different line, and I think he moved it to a similar line early, but I had already had it dialed in from the last 10 or so laps, and when I caught up to him, was able to get by him.
Yeah, that last lap pass was awesome. Seen you caught him there, wasn't sure because we've seen all week that this track pretty well locked down to one lane. So wasn't sure if you were going to be able to make a clean pass, but you did, and it was an awesome one. So congratulations on that. Off next week, so get ready to roll into Lucas Oil Speedway when we come back in December. How do you feel about that?
Um, I ran some officials there when it was there earlier in the year, and I was kind of hot and cold. So I mean, I don't really practice. If like as far as practice for these leagues, it's just my experience from running officials since it's been the fixed set. But I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine. I won't say I think I'm gonna win or I think I'm gonna do this or that, but I think we'll all be all right. And yeah, I mean that was probably the most fun I've had in a while. Finally
All right.
get that I'm doing hot guy shit out of my windshield,
Yeah,
and
it's definitely it's fun to broadcast when you guys put on races like that. And yeah,
yeah, I think the big difference was just watching his line. I think I was able to hold it higher in 3 and 4, so I really got a boost off, and I get why he was doing it the way he was. I mean, he figured, since I went off, he could be a little conservative, but I was all go 100%, no lift, just doing everything I could to catch him. So I'm not sure he made a mistake or if I just chased him down, but either way, it's good to have him here. Good to have close racing with that guy. Love him.
yeah, absolutely. You guys always put on a show, and congratulations once again. Let's get your sponsors and shout outs.
Oh yeah, sponsors Elite Performance Industries, RaceCPI.com. I'm pretty sure we have sets for every dirt car, including 358 and limiteds now. So if anyone's interested in those, go for it. My personal team, 166 Motorsports. They're always just being supportive and telling me I'll win even when I don't think I will. And of course, the guy that finished second, Michael Lonis, Dice Race Designs. As you can see, his and my car look fantastic. So if you want to get a raffle like ours, hit him up. Dice Race Designs on Facebook, and of course you for the league and broadcasting, man.
All right. Congratulations once again, and I'm sure we got 3 more weeks. And I'm sure we'll be talking to you at some point in those 3 weeks.
I hope so. I mean, I think we're heading more into the tracks that I'm not great at, but I'll do my best.
All right. Well, once again, congratulations, and hopefully we'll talk to you more.
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right. That was your winner, Robbie Milburn. Coming home second, the 5 of Mike Easy Money Lonis. Got a copy, Mike?
Hey Jay, what's up?
All right. Walk us through your night. Robbie said you might have been playing it a little bit conservative when you seen him go off there towards the beginning part of the race. Is that what
Yeah,
happened and allowed him to catch back up and eventually get around you on that last lap?
yeah, for sure. We were just kind of rolling the middle, and I really didn't want to make a race out of it. I still wanted to win, but I figured it just stay conservative. I didn't think he'd catch me, but I mean, I just by the time I realized how fast he was, I was like, okay, I screwed up. So I I didn't want to like sound like I was sandbagging for him to win the race because he won it fair and square. But it ain't no fun when you might as well just have a test. Might as well just ran a test drive tonight instead of this. He was a faster car for sure, but he went off the edge there, and I mean I started laughing. Me and him's been texting each other all night, laughing. We were hitting each other in the heat race and then warm ups. So, but yeah, I started pole and just started once he when I seen him go over, I started. I mean, I laughed out loud, and I'm like, all right, let's just. I don't want to be the guy that does that too because I'm not as good as he is at saving it. So I just started rolling right in the slick and just kind of letting the throttle ease in and ease out. And then I watched my relative and I noticed he was about 2 seconds behind. I'm like, all right. So then I tried the slider line because I could. He was close enough now. I could see that's what he was doing in 1 and 2, and then that's where I screwed up because he was a lot better at it than I was tonight. So I should have just stayed up top, and he probably still would have made a good race out of it. He probably still would have won the race, but yeah, definitely went conservative there. I should have just stayed in the same groove we were running, and I was still putting some pace on him when we were doing that, but I just didn't want to be that guy that throws the race away. I did anyway.
Yeah,
So
and this track, I mean, I think most drivers, and I say most because the Medea didn't do it over there in the midgets, but most drivers in your situation, especially at this track, probably would have done the exact same thing you did and
yeah, I mean
went
it's
to
just like
playing it
running.
safe when your closest competition goes over. But
Yeah. I just started rolling the car, and I mean he was faster than me pretty much all night. I out qualified him, but he was faster than me in the heat race, and he actually had this race won. I think it was like lap 4. He had a clean slider on me, and he was good. He was good on me to not take me off the edge of the racetrack. So he had this race won already in lap 4 or 5. So shout out to him. I mean, Robbie's a great driver. Me and him have a ton of laps together. We have fun. He's been doing great in this league, and I'm just here to have fun. I don't want to mess up anybody's points. And yeah, like I said, he was definitely the faster car tonight, and I'm just glad we got to have some fun and finally get back out here with you guys.
yeah, definitely glad to have you back out. Uh, got a podium last night and another one
Yeah,
this
we got
week. So,
yeah got the win last night. Could have doubled up tonight, but just just having too much fun, I guess.
all
So
right. Well, sponsors, shout outs. Anybody you want to thank for getting you here tonight?
I gotta thank Robbie Milburn for just showing me how it's done. Uh, Showing me that race EPI spoiler. Much love to him. Everybody at 166. Jason Satterfield with Gold Nugget Nutrition. Um, Brian Taft at BCR Sim Products. Uh, Dice Race Designs. High Point Firearms. And iRacing Dirt Memes. Check us out on Facebook.
All right. Well, once again, congratulations on doubling up the podiums and a win last night. And hopefully we'll get to talk to you some more with in the next 3 weeks that we got coming up for Racewise.
Yep, I'll be here all 3 weeks. So whenever I think we're taking next week off, and we're off Wednesday this week. So
Yep.
I'll be running the 358s uh, every race that's remaining and the late model.
All right. Well, looking forward to it and looking forward to talking to you some more, Mike.
All right, thanks Jay. Thanks everybody that helped you guys out, and appreciate you putting us on.
All right. Thank you for coming out and supporting us.
Yep, take care.
All right, that was your second place finisher, the 5 of Michael Lonis. And then coming home third was the 051 of Mark Spittlemeister. Got a copy, Mark?
Yes, I do.
Is there anything you could have done to catch the 9 or the 5 up front?
I wasn't even trying.
I'm more concerned on trying to get in that top 5, top 4 for points. So riding around in third place was comfortable for me.
Did you think you might have had a shot at Milburn there early when he went off? And
I saw him go off. I didn't. I knew he was coming back on. He had plenty of time before I got there, and I could stay with him. But a couple of times I get up on the high side of 3 and 4, and I get a little sideways. Had to back out of it, so they just kind of got away from me there.
all right, yeah, definitely the class of the field tonight, and I partially attribute that to a Wednesday night league that ran Lernerville and limited late models every Wednesday night. So, and those two were part of it. So I knew they were going to be hard to beat coming into tonight.
Yeah, this isn't one of my better tracks, but this is actually I think the first race I've been on this track where I haven't gone up over the berm.
I don't know if I've ran one that I haven't gone over myself. So I feel you there. Let's see here. How do you feel rolling into Lucas Oil Speedway when we come back December 4th?
Lucas Oil, I'm good at that track. I did a lot of practice with my buddy Damien, who's most likely going to be joining us for season 3B. Yeah, we were turning some pretty good lap times there, and we got a pretty good feel for that track now.
All right. Did you ran the Salute to the Veterans 100 there, did you not?
Yes, I did.
Is that going to help you rolling into that, having those extra 100 laps despite it being a super late model?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you're not going to have the power, but I have a feeling it's going to be the same line going around that track.
All right. Sponsors, shout outs. Anybody you want to thank for getting you here tonight?
As always, my kids, the Violet, Deadman Motorsports. Those two guys are always by my side, helping me race, helping me in real life racing. I'm helping them. TRL, I mean, we have a great thing going here. We need to keep her going, get some more cars out here. Anybody wants to race, come on in. We're plenty of room for you.
Absolutely. Registration opens in a week from tonight for season 3B. So definitely come on in, fill out your driver registration form. And then as soon as the registration opens, go ahead, send that money in, and we'll get you ready for 14 weeks of 3 nights a week racing. 3 nights a week of racing. So lots of racing coming up in season 3B as well. So once again,
Yeah.
Congratulations. And hopefully we get to talk to you more in our last 3 weeks here.
Yeah, I found a few podiums this year already.
You sure have, which congratulations on that. And like I said, hopefully we get to talk to you more.
All right, have a good night. Thanks.
You too. All right, as we go ahead get our sponsor shout outs out of the way, we want to thank Veterans and Warriors One Stop Shop, DNT Designs, School of Sim Racing, Stevenson Family Performance, Giddings Mobile Repair, Diamond Designs, and Sneed Game Farms for the Sneed Game Farm Dedicated Driver Award. With that, I am Jay Giddings. This is Thunder Racing League TV, the home for all your Thunder Racing League action. As a reminder, we are off Wednesday night. We will be back December 4th for our 358s and 305s. With that, have a good night, be safe, and we'll